Hi, it's Dr. Janie Pendleton, and we are back with Maranatha Minutes. And today is our devotional for September the 29th. Now, I know I've missed a few days, and I decided that I was just trying too hard to catch them up when I got behind. I really wanted to get to them, but we had, between my migraine headache and the different people we've had over for dinners, all the birthday parties and the surprise parties people were throwing me. I just want to thank everybody for their prayers with the migraines. We had a good time even at the Civil War reenactment. We want to say hi to all of our friends that do the Civil War reenacting. So we've just been really, really busy, but never too busy for Jesus. I mean, we did our communion with you. We got all that done, but we just got behind on our prayer circle and our devotional. So people have been sending me in all kinds of names to add to the prayer circle. And again, I don't do a prayer circle video, because I think that's very private. People don't want their name out there in public, and I'm not going to do that to them. There's just too many people. So if you want me to add you to the prayer circle, leave your name below, or just the first name of the person, whether it be you or somebody else that you're praying for. Leave that name below or private message me, and we will add that person to the prayer circle. Or you can come over and join us on Facebook. And you can just look up Dr. Janie Pendleton on Facebook, or Dr. John Pendleton on Facebook, and we'll be happy if you just add us. We're not public, so you have to actually ask us to join you as a friend on Facebook, and we'll join you there. I am on Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram. Just look up Janie Pendleton. All right, so today's story in His mysterious ways. Just going to open it up. Let's do the cross in the water. Okay, the cross in the water. One cold early evening many years ago, my wife Barty and I set out in our cabin cruiser for a picnic dinner on the South San Francisco Bay. Wow, that sounds like a good time, doesn't it? Just picturing it here. We waved to a college crew team heading out for a practice row. Then proceeded down the channel towards the San Mateo Bridge. Mateo Bridge? Anyway, come on. The choppy water soon turned into huge waves. At the drawbridge, I signaled to the bridge tender to let us through. Man, they must have a tall vessel. He shook his head, pointing to the white caps on the water ahead. We were about to take our pitching craft home when in the distance, near some mud flats, we saw a ruby-colored light glowing, shimmering in the shape of a cross. Barty and I were mesmerized. By this light. We turned our craft into its direction. It was irresponsible of me. In shallow, muddy water, an engine might suck up the mud that can destroy it. But I felt compelled to follow the cross. Now mud was coming from the exhaust pipe, and the temperature of our engine had risen into the danger zone. But the light drew me on. Well, that was really risking a nice vessel, wasn't it? Then we came up to it, only to find that the light was merely a buoy reflecting the red sunset. Barty and I felt foolish. We had actually risked our boat to chase a mirage. Look, the water is full of coconuts, Barty said. But they weren't coconuts at all. They were the men from the rowing crew, whose shell, a little vessel, had crashed into the bridge and sunk. One by one, we pulled them aboard. They had been in the water for over an hour. Facing death, gulping icy salt water, they had come to a point of desperation and had prayed together for rescue. And that was when the cross began to shine for me. Harris M. Salvage. Imagine in that moment, a bright light. Wow, it's the first time I read that one. I should have read it before I read it to you guys. Can you imagine the miracle of that? They saved an entire rowing crew's life because they followed even the mud coming through their engine. Now that is faith. That is faith. That is faith. That story speaks for itself. Other than crying, I don't know what to do. September the 29th. I think I'm ready for my Jesus is Calling. This is our 365-day devotional book by Sarah Young. It's called Jesus Calling. Enjoy peace in His presence. Okay. Wow, I'm still stunned by that story. That's such a wonderful story. You know, Jesus is our boy. He's our life jacket. He's our lifesaver. He's the thing that guides us in both our day and our night and in our troubles. He's the one that guides us. Jesus is just awesome. He is so awesome. September the 29th. Let's see what Jesus has to say. I am with you, and I'm all around you, encircling you in golden rays of light. I always behold you face to face. Not one of your thoughts escapes my notice, because I am infinite. I am able to love you as if you and I were the only ones in the universe. Walk with me in intimate love steps, but do not lose sight of my majesty. I desire to be your closest friend, yet I am also your sovereign Lord. It's hard to be your kid's parent and be their friend. Sometimes you have to be both. But usually you should be the parent. And that's how God feels about us. I'm your friend, and you can come to me as a friend, but you still have to obey me. I'm still your parent. You must give yourself to Him. You must. You must be humble in that. Let Him lead your life, because He will not steer you wrong, because He has all knowledge. I created your brain with capacity to know me as a friend and Lord simultaneously. So He created our brain to know this. The human mind is the pinnacle of my creation, but so few use it for its primary purpose, knowing me. I communicate continually through my spirit, my word, and my creation. Only humans are capable of receiving me and responding to my presence. You are indeed fearfully and wonderfully made. Isn't that awesome? I sought the Lord, and He answered me. He delivered me from all of my fears. Those who look to Him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all of his troubles. Psalms 34, 4-6. And that is the devotional for September the 29th, which is today is Tuesday. And we're just so blessed to have you all along, and I just feel really blessed that I can bring these readings to you. We want to thank you for coming along for the ride. We're really enjoying bringing Christ to you and helping those who are wanting to learn more about Christ or needing a deeper understanding in the Scriptures. For those who just maybe need a devotional for every day that just keeps them to start their day. A lot of people start their day with exercise. Well, I like to start my day with exercise, getting some exercise in, but also starting my day talking and praying in Jesus' name, I have to put on that armor of God every day before I get ready, before I leave the house. Whether it's putting on my makeup or getting dressed, that's my time with the Lord, and that's the time I spend with Him. But I need devotionals too. I need an uplifting and to remember that there's other people with the same troubles that I have, maybe the same headaches, the same problems. I do want you all to add a special friend into the prayers. We have a friend that's in Bangladesh, and right now they're in India, and their little girl has retinal cancer in the back of the eye. It's a type of cancer, I can't say the word, but it's like a type of cancer. It's the back of the retina in the back of the eye. And so they're going through a lot. So if you will, you please add them to your Manish Good and his family. Will you please add that to your prayer list? I would really appreciate it. And let's heal her of her cancer. And let's help the parents get through this as well. They're staying very uplifted right now, and I think that's very important. She was running a fever, and I haven't heard anything since that. So, but we appreciate you adding her to the prayer list. And you don't have to add a name, just the Lord knows who we're talking about. Okay, Manushka's daughter. So, if you want added to the prayer list or the prayer circle, just like I said, just leave me a message in private message box. Add me to your Facebook. Also have other Facebook pages. We have Twitter, Instagram, and we're getting ready to possibly go on Periscope where we can actually talk to you directly in live, in the moment. And we're not sure if we're going to do that yet because I've got so much going on. I don't know if I can. We just did our communion, and we hope that you take communion with us and go over there and see that video. I'll post that link right here. And then right over here, I'll post the link for how to make the communion bread. So if you haven't seen those videos yet, be sure and check them out because you can do communion at home or you can make your bread for your church. And it is a really good recipe. All right? And then, of course, you can hit that other link over here and it will help you learn how to do communion at home. Okay? We love you. We are so glad that you're joining us. And we're just having a good time with this, and that's what it's all about. It's a rainy, beautiful, this is actually early evening, so you can see how dark it is. This is from the storms going through. Even Lexi's been trying to get in my office door here today. But I've got a book that I'm working on, and I'm going to go write on that for a little while. And I'll see the rest of you tomorrow. We love you, and God bless you.